going to pick up your microphone?
I always wait till you're done.
Welcome to All Things Internet, a show where we talk about things we see on the internet that usually have to do with the internet, and Emily tries her best to fact check and research whatever she thinks is relevant. I'm one of your hosts, Rachel Ballinger.
I'm Emily Brostaff.
The other host, and this is All Things Internet. In the corner today, we have Blaze on top of our friend Dylan with Joy just on the floor. We just recorded a Rachel Uncensored with Dylan, actually, where he talked about his experiences being a manager at a rental car place, and things are a little more hectic than you'd think.
It was really good.
Yeah, that goes up Wednesday on this podcast channel on YouTube, but it's a different listening channel. Emily's just laughing at Blaze. He's obsessed with Dylan because Dylan has a beard, and Blaze loves all men with beards. Blaze loves women and men with beards.
Okay, I can get down with that.
If you're a man without a beard, it's going to take a little bit of persuasion to get Blaze's heart. But
he's so happy right now.
Anyway, how you doing, Em?
I'm doing good. How about you? Oh,
no,
that was a lie.
Oh, I just cussed. Sorry, wrong podcast. Literally just filmed Uncensored. Sorry. Oh man, I'm editing this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, so we had a bad day.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah. So Emily came home, ruined everything. Emily's been out of town for the last week.
Yeah.
So I have been hibernating in my garage, just renovating. My passion.
Yeah.
It's the only time I hyperfixate is when I'm doing construction or building something. But Emily got back last night, picked her up from the airport. Girl was at departures waiting for me, not arrivals.
She was like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm standing right here." She's like, "No, you're not."
I'm outside. I was like, what? Never mind. It was a whole thing. Picked her up, got her home. Midnight, it was fine. Got home at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, 1000% PMSing.
Yeah.
I've hated everything, everyone except Abby, which was fine. And then Em calls me and she goes, "Can I bring Daisy to work?" And I was like, no. Just flat out said no. I was like, I don't want to deal with it, because when you have three massive dogs and a little dog, it's too much. It's just too much energy.
And she does whine.
She whines when we do things. She has to be next to Emily.
Has to.
And if she's not, she whines and complains, and not fun for me. So I was like, no. And Emily's like, I'm going to bring her anyway. And I was like, okay, I'm not happy about it. Then a half hour later, Emily calls me again. "Hi, my car won't start." And I was like, okay, I will come jump it. I come to jump. I show up in my truck because it has a battery to jump things with. You can't jump things with a Tesla. And I show up at the truck, and I pull up close to her car, but her car is parked into a spot. So I get out. I park the truck where I think it needs to be. I put my phone and my vlogging camera on the wheel of my truck because I know I'm about to pop my hood. So I put it on the wheel, and I tell her, throw it in neutral so I can push your car out. And she's like, "Okay, it's ready, go." I start pushing. This thing's not budging. I also pulled my back 3 days ago,
Yeah.
putting in flooring, and I decided to work through the pain. So Blaze is still making out with Dylan, and Joy's dying on the floor. So I'm trying to push this freaking car, and it's not budging. And I was like, "Emily, hop out and help me push." She goes, "Oh, I was pressing on the brake. Does that do anything?"
I didn't realize.
I'm trying to push your car, and you're using no, I can't. I'm again PMSing. I think, a very chill, nice human. I'm sarcastic and I set my boundaries, but I'm a normal day.
Yeah.
Kind of just go with the flow. Like, I just go, "You're stupid, but okay."
Yeah.
PMS me is no, I don't have it. So I was like, "I hate you. Stop." So immediately takes her foot off the brake, and I push the car with ease.
Car goes
And I was
flying.
like, yeah, car just whoop. I realized my truck isn't close enough, so I get in my car, I get my truck to reposition it, and I hear something crunch, and I was like, must have been a water bottle. I get out of the car. Nope, it was my vlogging camera. I smashed it. I ran over my vlogging camera and my cell phone, but somehow that one was fine. And then I picked up the vlogging camera, and because it's made of glass, I sliced my hand open and got glass in my finger. Emily weirdly had tweezers with her, so we got it out. And then we jump started her car, and I was like, "Hey, you have to go get a new battery." And she's like, "Cute, no." So in the back of my head, I was like, this human, bad word, is going to make me jump her car again when it won't start later today.
Yeppers.
So great. I throw her dog in my truck for some reason. I don't know. We drive here.
Yeah.
I immediately am in a bad mood. And she goes, how about instead of recording ATI, we work on the garage? I was
Yeah.
like, sounds good. So we started working on the garage, having a grand old day. My period starts. I was like, I gotta go. My cramps hit, my period started. I run into the bedroom. I get into the bedroom where little dog has been hidden away all day because I had closed the door on her and I forgot to take her out for like 4-6 hours. Who knows? My bad. Abby was off working. She had pooped all over my carpet. So I'm dying of cramps. I need to put a flex in, but there's dog poop all over my crown. I don't know what to do. So I deal with the dog poop first because the smell is overtaking my existence.
Horrendous.
So I pick up dog poop and then like I spray the carpet to let it soak, go put a flex in, take 4 Midol because I'm not messing around. I do not recommend. It makes you jittery and it's not good for your health, but gosh darn it, I did not have time for cramps. They didn't really hit that hard.
No.
But then I cleaned up the dog poop for real. Then I had to clean the carpet cleaner because I was not going to let dog poop residue be in that. I go back out to the garage and then we were like, oh, we haven't done ATI yet. And then Joy and Dylan come over. We were like, well, we're not doing it now. So then we filmed, and then we were about to film Uncensored. I walked back into the bedroom. Little dog had puked all over the bed.
It's just been a really good day.
It's been a great, I forgot to change the laundry. My sheets are in the wash and then Joy, I love you so much. Thank you. You're gorgeous. Yep. And that's why you have friends. So hope you change
I'm
your
also
laundry.
on my period.
So also, Emily is super sensitive when she's on her period.
Yeah.
And I get sensitive in my relationship, but with everyone else, I just get real no patience. Sassy. I would use a bad word, but this is not uncensored. I'm aware of this. So there's just like 2 days of the month where
I'm sobbing and you're just like,
get over it.
So it's a really good combo. And my dog threw up paper towel this morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Daisy's.
Yeah, she threw up plastic bag and paper towel this morning because she was at a
Oh no, she pooped it out too.
Oh, it wasn't throw up. Yeah,
Yeah.
she pooped it out. And I
So yeah. I know mine was having issues is because I was like, give her raw egg last night. Because my dogs eat raw egg all the time. And I was like, give her raw egg. Because I was on FaceTime with Abby as she was making her dinner because I was going to pick you up from the airport. And she was like, I usually scramble it. I was like, give it to her raw. Don't put in the effort. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. When dogs have upset tummies, I can't be mad at them.
Oh, no, it's not their fault.
No, it's never their fault. And
Yeah.
they don't understand where to go. Snoop has trained himself to go puke outside.
That's really considerate.
I know. Blaze tries to aim for the carpet.
Always fluffy and feels good.
I think why dogs always like, if you have hardwood but a little bit of carpet, when they like have diarrhea or something, or like throwing up, they like traction.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like I realized she like pooped on the carpet because it's hardwood everywhere else, and I'm like,
you're slipping and sliding.
yeah, she don't want to. When you're going, you want a sturdy, solid stance.
Right.
So you don't want to slip and slide.
Oh, that's smart.
And so I'm like, listen, I can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Yeah.
You can't like.
They're too cute.
Yeah, but also like, they can't like. She can't get out of the room.
She tried her darndest.
She tried her darn. She doesn't know what's going on. They probably don't think, oh, I'm about to throw up. They're like, what's going on? What's going on?
Right.
Like, I can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
So we didn't have great days, but the office does look great.
It looks really good.
I think, yeah, but, I don't know if next episode will be in that room or not.
All right.
In 2 weeks, you will see it on that podcast.
Yeah,
you'll see the room.
It's a recording studio. Like
Yeah.
we have a filming recording studio.
Yeah. But you'll see it in vlogs, and I don't know main channel yet, but you'll definitely see it in vlogs soon.
Yeah.
All right, I've just ranted for about 9 minutes. So, do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
All right, great. Joy, thank you again for doing that laundry. And before we move on to the actual show, let's check to see if we have any sponsors for today. Sponsor. ZocDoc. ZocDoc is our sponsor for today. If you book any brunch, you pour over lists and lists of reviews. So why not do the same when you're booking a doctor's appointment? With ZocDoc, you can see real, verified patient reviews to help you find the right doctor in your network and in your neighborhood. After all, finding the right doctor is just as, if not more, important than finding the right plate of Eggs Benedict. ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. ZocDoc, you can find every specialist under the sun. And with their mobile app, it is easy as ordering rides to a restaurant or getting deliveries straight to your house. Go to ZocDoc.com, find the doctor that's right for you, and book an appointment in person or remotely that works for your schedule. So if you want to try it out, go to ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then start your search for a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet. ZocDoc.com/allthingsinternet. Okay, we're back. Hit me with some news.
All right. So big news from over the weekend. The When We Were Young emo music festival that was taking place in Las Vegas got canceled an hour before the gates were supposed to open.
Because it was too windy.
Because it was too windy.
No,
okay.
It's real. People couldn't land
What?
in Vegas. Yeah, Kim Kardashian was trying to land for her birthday party on her private jet and couldn't. And she had to
Well, I get like flights, but like if people are already there, why are you canceling?
Because it was literally too windy.
Maybe I just can't picture
like,
that.
Things would blow over. People would blow over.
I mean, that's kind of metal. It's on theme. Emo music festival.
Not if like lights fall off on the stage and hit an artist or a fan.
Cut my life in. Sorry. All right. Anyway. So
It really sucks. And I feel for everyone that was there and wanted to participate. Like, I understand going to music festivals. You guys wanted to go? Oh, Joy was supposed to go. Well, I feel bad that everyone who like traveled there and paid for hotels and paid for flights and car transportation, all that stuff, and it got canceled. Like, that sucks. But I'm glad to see a festival taking such safety precautions, especially what has happened in the past.
Yeah, well, they were getting, like, this whole cancellation was getting compared to Fire Festival, which was a bit dramatic. Like, Fire Festival, people were literally stranded on an island with no food.
They were doing the opposite. They were making sure people weren't hurt. Like, it sucks, but, like...
Yeah.
It gets windy there.
Yeah. Again, I just think I can't picture it. But yeah, people were really like mad because they a lot of like more than half of the people flew in for this.
It was a big thing.
Yeah. So they were only returning the ticket price when
but
really
not the flight.
And the hotel and the rental
but
cars.
Also only if you bought it through their website.
Ooh.
A lot of people buy on StubHub, SeatGeek, through friends, whatever.
Right.
Like, because we had Life is Beautiful tickets, and I was like, man, why couldn't that have happened? Because we didn't end up going.
Yeah.
And and I couldn't sell those tickets. But I was like, man, I wish that had happened for us so I could get my refund on those tickets.
Right.
But then I was like, that would have sucked if I had sold them to someone else and it happened. I would have gotten refunded, but they wouldn't have.
Oh.
So the people that secondhand sold, they got their refund, but the people who bought from them didn't. So they got double money.
Oh, that's so crappy. I would hope they would pass it along.
No, they're not going to.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to, especially if it's like through StubHub, SeatGeek,
right,
Seat Finder, any whatever those are.
Right. Well, the like good news out of this whole thing is a lot of the artists ended up performing for free in other places around LA or Las Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
On Saturday. Yeah. So let's
they were there to perform.
Yeah, they were just as disappointed too.
Yeah, I feel like it was a lot of bands. I remember seeing the lineup and being impressed. And the lineup for next year came out and it looks really dope.
Yeah, because this year it was Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Avril Lavigne, and Jimmy Eat World were like the big ones.
Yeah, and I feel like they don't perform that much anymore.
No,
so they were gearing up to perform. They wanted to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's really cool that they did that then.
So like All American Rejects treated their fans to a free show at Soul Belly Barbecue in downtown Las Vegas. The Strat hosted a free show for Hawthorne Heights, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and Armor for Sleep. And like this happened all over Las Vegas.
I mean, it
really
sucks because
cool.
you can't go see everyone that you wanted to see. That's the thing with festivals. You can stage hop.
Yes.
But that's cool. Like diehard people who really wanted to see Jimmy Eat World or whatever.
Right.
Who follow their Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Got to see where they were performing. And go see it. That's cool.
Yeah. So a little bit of good news in there.
All right.
All right. So James Corden is.
I saw this.
Yeah. He's in the hot seat this week after misbehaving at a restaurant in New York. So James Corden is the one that does carpool karaoke. And then he also has a talk show called The Late Late Show. And him and his wife visited one of New York's most famous bistros called Balthazar. And apparently after treating the wait staff so poorly, the owner, Keith McNally, went on Instagram and publicly announced that James was officially banned from stepping foot on his property ever again.
This isn't the first time he's been accused of treating people poorly, wait staff especially.
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't understand is like how in this day and age where everything is recorded and everyone spills the tea.
They're narcissists. They don't understand what they're doing is wrong.
There's no, like, how? Because you have to know what you're doing is wrong, because he doesn't act like that on his shows.
Yeah, that's what I say. Because entitlement, privilege. They feel entitled. Like, well, I'm supposed to, like, I'm so rich and famous and hilarious and charming that you're supposed to do whatever I want. And if you don't, you're wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Keith, the owner, went on Instagram and said James, he went in, he didn't care. He said James Corden is a hugely gifted comedian, but a tiny cretin of a man and the most abusive customer to my Balthazar server since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. And then he basically like listed all the things James did. And just to like sum it up, apparently his wife ordered a egg yolk omelet, and James spotted a little bit of egg white in her egg yolk omelet, and so he like sent it back to the kitchen and basically said like, y'all need to redo this and for free. And so they did, but when they brought it back out, she had ordered it with a side salad, but they accidentally sent it back out with home fries. And that's when he just like lost it and was like verbally like screaming loudly at the wait staff, basically saying like, you don't know how to do your job. I should just come back there and do it for you. Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
dude, just be like, hey, we actually ordered a salad with it. Do you mind bringing one out?
Yep. And then he demanded like free drinks because he was basically like, you've ruined our eating experience. And so they gave him like the waitstaff gave them free champagne to make, like high-end champagne to make up for it. And he was still just nasty the entire time.
Yeah, no, stop. You suck.
Yeah. And so after the owner posted all of this on Instagram, James basically called him and said, according to Keith, the owner, he said that James called him and apologized profusely. And so then Keith went back on Instagram and said, we all make mistakes. I've had my fair share of mess ups in my life. So I'm going to forgive him. He's welcome back. Like, you guys can stop hating on him now. Well, then literally like 2 days after that, maybe even just a day after that, James did an interview with, who was it? The New York Times. And he said he did nothing wrong. He completely flipped and said he did nothing wrong on any level, that he wasn't abusive to the servers, that he didn't do it. It's all made up, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, the owner sees this and is like, all right, well, F you. And then goes back on Instagram and is basically like, he is never allowed to step foot in my establishment again. Like, what is this? Like, it's just this whole drama. And it's so
Just be nice. It's like, literally, it's not hard to be a good person. No. It's really not. Stop it. Just stop being a poopy face. All of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah. So all right. I'm sure there will be a follow-up next week, but that's it for now.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So do you ever watch?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a TikTok account and it's at Knuck Bump Farms. And she has 2.4 I cannot talk tonight. She has 2.4 million followers, and it's this girl, and her name's Taylor, and she works on a farm, and she basically shows what farm life is like. But she got really, like, her videos went viral because she sets her phone up on, like, the farm fence or the back of a tractor.
And the animal keep walking. I have seen her, yes.
Yeah, and so the one that got her famous is Emmanuel, the emu. He's almost in every single video, and he's always walking in front of the phone or, like, stealing it and running away or knocking it over, and everyone is just, like, in love with this emu. So now she tries to include him in every video. Well, she just tweeted out that her whole farm got infected with avian flu and that Emmanuel's like, fighting for his life and they're doing everything they can to, keep him alive. Well, while she's posting all this like really sweet, sentimental stuff about Emmanuel and all of the posts, she's like holding him and coddling him and kissing him and like, he's in her lap and, she's a concerned owner taking care of her pet exactly how we would with ours. But all of these like infectious disease doctors are coming forward and being like, you're going to cause something big. Like when all these people are saying that when farmers have avian flu infect their farm, it is like standard protocol to put down all of the animals immediately because it's so contagious and so dangerous. And so she's posting these photos and these videos of her literally kissing this infected bird on the head. And they're like, you have no idea the potential damage you're doing. Like, not only are you getting that into your body and potentially spreading it, like, to other animals around your farm, but if you have visitors come or
if you leave.
Yeah. And so they're, like, urging her to stop. And she basically came forward and she was like, well, I'm, like, quarantining myself right now. And I'm, like, sanitizing and showering. And they're basically like, that does not matter.
We just we're still going through COVID. We've learned nothing about spreading diseases.
I know. Yeah. So from what I read, and this is from what I read, okay? From what I read, it said that they don't know how easily it can hop from person to person that gets it.
Okay.
So this could like not be the start of the next pandemic or whatever, but it's still like she can definitely get it and give it to her other animals. And there is a potential she could give it to other people. And
don't give it to the other animals. I understand her wanting to like be there and
I know.
You know, she doesn't want to put down her animal. I don't blame her for that. But like spreading it.
Right.
Relax.
And they're basically like, well, even if you're not willing to put him down, like at least wear a mask. And she's like, well, I can't. He gets scared with masks. And so they're just like, okay, you do you. Like at this point, like, you know. So one of
that's how Joy would go.
That's how, if Daisy were sick and someone was like, don't kiss her, I'd be like, like I'd be in the kennel with her.
But kiss her more.
Yeah. But one of the infectious disease doctors said Blake's attempts to save Emmanuel are unforgivably selfish due to the extremely contagious nature of this virus. This virus is highly contagious within poultry and can be spread by wild birds that stop by Emmanuel's farm. Oh, so they're basically saying when wild birds come in and land, because she's not putting him down, that these birds could fly other places and infect other people's farms and infect wild birds. And
yeah,
she's like, you're not being responsible to like the general public and like the environment. And
can she like put him in like a little farmhouse for a little bit till he's better?
I don't know. It's
hard.
like an impossible
That's
situation because that's like her baby.
Yeah,
like, you know, and so it's just a crappy situation.
All right. Well, before we move on to the next news story, that was just a downer. Let's check to see if we have another sponsor for today. Sponsor. We're back.
Okay. This one is also a downer, but then we have positive news.
Yeah, give me my positive moment after this.
Okay. So they're one of the most popular Twitch streamers in the world. Her name is Caitlin. I'm going to butcher this. Siragusa.
Wow. The top streamer is a girl?
Yes, on Twitch.
Congrats. Love that.
Right. Well.
Okay. No, stop it.
Got a little
Do better.
too excited too. Yeah.
Do better.
So she's known as Amaranth. And she came forward last week to reveal that she's basically stuck in this horrible, toxic, abusive relationship. She has over 5.9 million followers on Twitch, and she's also an adult performer on OnlyFans. And during a Twitch live stream on Sunday, she revealed how she's been married this entire time. The entire internet thought she was single, and her husband did that on purpose because he wanted to sell more on OnlyFans.
Okay.
He wanted her to sell her body for more on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Because if you're a single woman, you can, you're a little, to men, you're more desirable and, to gross people. But so, she revealed that she was stuck in an abusive marriage and that, she posted like a bunch of like their interactions, and she actually took a call from him during this live stream where basically he was saying that he was demanding that she do a 24-hour live stream so that they could bring in a lot of money. And she was like, no, I'm tired. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. And on that call, on live stream, he threatened to unalive the dogs. He threatened to transfer all of her money out of her account into his because he has control of all of her finances. Threatened to sell her horse off to like be killed, basically.
The glue factory.
And she can be like, she said at one point, you just told me you were gonna kill my dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream. He responded with, no, I didn't say that. Then she starts crying and said, now you're just being a liar. And yeah, it was really not cool and bad.
Wait, so all of this was live streamed?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know she was live? This seems peculiar.
It was a little peculiar.
I'm peculed.
Yeah, and then I did some digging, and apparently she brings in 1.5 million per month on OnlyFans alone. 1.5 million just on OnlyFans. And then she posted, because a lot of people were basically, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Change of plans. Next video idea.
No, we're not. I'm not OnlyFansing.
Well, and then she because people were like, how can we help you? How bad is this really? Because we only got a little snippet of it on that live stream. Uh-huh. And so people were like asking for more information, how they could help and, whatever. And so then she started posting texts between the two of them, and it was disgusting. So basically the one that I saw, He called her. According to the text, she said she didn't have Wi-Fi, so she couldn't pick up the phone. He said, I give you 2 minutes to call me back, or I'm transferring $34,000 out of your account, and I'm giving it to, I tried to look up the name of what I saw in the text, and it looked like a charity, and I'm pretty sure he was transferring the money when he was threatening her to charity so that they could write it off as tax at the end of the year. So she's still losing the money, but then it's like a write-off for him.
Yeah.
So because she didn't call him back in 2 minutes, he transferred the $34,000. So then he said, you have another 2 minutes to call me back, or I'm transferring $250,000. Still didn't have Wi-Fi, couldn't call him back. So he transferred the $250,000. By the time they got to the end of this text exchange, he had transferred $750,000 out of her account and gave it either to like a corporation or a charity.
Why doesn't she change her passwords?
Because all she kept saying is he has total control over her finances. So I think when someone has control over the finances, like she can't go in and change it anymore. Like he has the passwords at this point.
Go to the bank.
You have to have that person's approval.
You have to have that person's approval, Joy says.
Yeah.
I mean, but on Twitch you can change what, and OnlyFans you can change where the money goes to.
Well, maybe she like doesn't have the logins for this stuff. Like she was saying he was basically controlling everything.
I mean, I feel really bad. I'm just trying to come up with solutions because I'm a problem solver, not because I think that she's dumb or isn't doing the right thing. I'm literally just being like, what if we do this? Like, this is me trying to help.
Well, thankfully, she came forward a few days ago and said she got out of this relationship. She got control back of her finances. She's not speaking to this husband anymore, basically saying that, implying that she's filing for divorce and, you know, yada, yada, yada.
How did she announce that was it because of the live stream she announced that she was with him?
All I saw was that clip where he picked up the phone because they were texting before the phone call happened, where he was saying basically he was going to kill the dogs and whatever if she didn't agree to this 24-hour live stream. So then she called him
while live streaming. I'm so confused.
Yeah,
I'm confused. I'm glad she's not in it, and it sucked that that she was, but I'm very confused.
Yeah, it all happened very quickly. And caught a lot of people off guard. But there are videos online like of that clip that you can go and watch. And
yeah, I don't care that much.
Yeah, well. So yeah.
Can I have a positive moment?
Yes, you may. P.S. In shorter news, I just have to say it because it blew my mind. Do you remember Sophia, Grace, and Rosie?
Yeah.
She's pregnant. Sophia
really?
Grace.
How old is she?
She's 19, so she's an adult.
Okay.
She didn't say who she's having the baby with. I think she's trying to keep some things private.
Yeah.
So from what I gathered, I don't think like she's married, or not that you have to be married to have a baby, but I don't think she's married or going to reveal who the father is. But yeah, she was 8 years old when she performed the super bass with the pink tutus on Ellen.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. And now she's 19 and having a baby.
Time flies.
I don't like this.
I'm sorry, Em. I can't take it back.
It makes you feel very old.
We are old.
Oh my God.
Than we were one time.
Right. Okay. And then another short news. Do you remember the pink sauce that we reported on?
Yeah.
From TikTok?
Oh, I remember the pink sauce.
You can't forget the pink sauce. So a TikToker who was a private chef, I think.
Yeah.
She developed some pink sauce and wouldn't reveal the ingredients list, and then was shipping it out not properly, and people were saying it was rotten, and it was like a whole thing. Well, someone signed her to their company, and so now they're going to be properly producing the pink sauce.
Wow.
And selling it. Yeah.
So when can we get some?
They said in the fall. It's already the fall. It's almost winter.
The fall of 2023?
They just said the fall.
Sounds like we're still on the same track of what?
Yeah. So she got picked up by the company called Dave's Gourmet, which like produces sauces, and
I think I've seen them.
Yeah, they're pretty popular, and they said that they're going to help her bring pink sauce to store shelves for regular people to buy.
Well, I'm excited because I want you to actually try it and tell me what's up.
Same. Oh,
and then we get an actual ingredients list.
Well, and they said they wanted to make it shelf stable, so I'm figuring that means no dairy in it if it's shelf stable.
No, you can have dairy in it. It's just like a dairy byproduct or dairy powder or something.
Well, I will try it and describe it to you in great detail.
I'll also have Abby try it, and
there you go.
She'll tell us what's actually in it.
There you go. All right, last short news.
Okay.
It's a follow-up. Remember how I said we're done talking about the Try Guys?
Yes.
Something scandalous came out. More scandalous came out this morning.
Don't be excited about it.
Sorry. Something more scandalous came out this morning.
Dum dum dum.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So Ned and his wife were caught by like paparazzi or TMZ or someone walking to their Tesla the other day, and they were basically shouting at them, being like, "Are you guys trying to work it out?" Just being obnoxious.
Paparazzi annoying. Stop it.
But in that video, you can see the license plate of Ned's Tesla, right? And so some Reddit user decided to take his license plate, which he got into the car, so it's confirmed it's his. He got into the car and drove away. Took his license plate number, threw it into like Google or like some whatever, and basically found out there was a Nextdoor post. So Nextdoor is that app where neighborhoods and neighbors narc on each other, basically.
But we also go, what was that loud bang?
True. And you sell things. Yeah.
And have you seen this cat? Or I found this dog.
True.
It's not that bad of an app.
I'm
not defending it.
Are you one of the people that narcs on Nextdoor?
No, but I like to look at other people's drama.
Me too. Me too. It's so entertaining. So apparently back in May, someone on Nextdoor had taken a picture of his license plate in his car and posted it on the Nextdoor app and was like, it's 4:45 in the afternoon. There are kids walking home from evening activities, and there are clearly two people that are doing adult activities in the back of this car, and it's disgusting, and everyone knows what they're doing. It was Ned and the girl. Ned and the producer.
Ew.
Yeah. So this relationship was going on a lot longer than everyone thought.
Ew.
Yes. So
they doing the nasty.
There's no pictures of them in the car,
but it's the picture of his license plate.
It's allegedly that she was the one, because why would you do that with your wife when your house is right around the corner?
And you have a bed.
So
beds are comfy.
All right, you ready for your positive moment?
Please, but first, let's check to see if we have another sponsor for today. Sponsor. Positive moment.
Yeah. Okay, so according to Good News Network, the first wild bison in 6,000 years
Are you my mother?
was born in the UK after a small herd was brought to the UK to live there, and they didn't know one of them was pregnant, and then it gave birth. And so now they're very excited. 6,000 years.
Woohoo!
That's it for that one. Anyway, I just thought it was so cute.
That was just a nod to my mom.
Yeah, the picture of the little baby bison was adorable. All right, baldness may be no more in the future.
Congratulations, men. Of course, you guys have solved your one flaw. Your one physical.
What you consider your one physical flaw.
What you are insecure about.
Yes. So a team of scientists in Japan grew a fully mature hair follicle with long shafts. Emily! It's late, I'm sorry.
Oh my
god. Okay, anyway. Using a technique that involves creating skin organoids. I don't know what any of this means. Basically, they grew a hair in a petri dish. And they've never been able to do this before because they couldn't figure out science. And now they have. And so they
scientists. Figure out your science.
Little scientists.
Did you go to science class? I don't know what I'm saying. It's late. Yep. I'm sorry.
So now
Shaft.
Anyway. So now in the near future, you may be bald no more.
This is also great for ladies. I know that there's some women who suffer from baldness as well.
Yes.
So,
all right. A really cute moment went viral earlier this week after a 15-year-old boy and his dad were snorkeling in the Gulf of California off of the coast of Mexico, and a sea lion came swimming towards them. So the dad decided to turn on his GoPro just to see what happened, and they both stayed really still because they know like the rules of the ocean. You're not supposed to interact with like the wildlife. So they just stayed still and remained where they were. Well, the sea lion swam right up to the 15-year-old boy and was like sniffing him and checking him out and like swimming circles around him. And then literally, it was the cutest thing, wrapped his little sea lion arms around the boy and like embraced him in a hug. It was strange, but so cute. And so then the dad kind of like nodded at the boy. So then the boy wrapped his arms around the sea lion and they both just kind of started like swaying and dancing in the water together. And the whole thing was captured on video and it was the cutest thing.
Meanwhile, he's like one decision away from losing a chunk out of his face.
Yeah, he's so close. Joyce, he's just one movement away from destroying him, basically.
The sea lion was like squaring up, trying to see if he could take him in one bite or not. We're dancing.
Sounds like something Joy would do.
And then the sea lion ended up just like swimming away after a while. But
Or
it
he was
really
like trying to
cute.
mate with him.
Kind of that's what when I saw
Something's going on,
the
yeah.
arms wrap around the boy, I was like, oh, he's gonna start
Yeah.
gyrating. But then he didn't. He just kind of stayed there. So we're taking it as a positive moment.
Positive moment.
It was a
Yeah.
wholesome moment, and Joy's like, he's gonna get his neck ripped off.
She works with big dogs with issues. Continue.
All right. 4 years ago, Congress passed a bipartisan legislation that required the FDA to allow the purchase of over-the-counter hearing aids. But since this was passed, so basically they said, companies have to sell or should be allowed to sell hearing aids over the counter. Like you can walk into the store and purchase them. Well, since this was passed 4 years ago, nothing has happened. This has just been sitting there.
Yeah.
And so Daddy Biden, who's not really Daddy Biden, I'm sorry I said that, issued
I hate when she calls him Daddy Biden.
issued an executive order that gave them 120 days to put this act into effect. And so now this has lowered the cost of hearing aids, furthering the goal of expanding access to healthcare at a lower price. And The Hill reported that you can now find a range of prices at retailers such as Walgreens, CVS, Hy-Vee, I've never heard that one, and Walmart. And Best Buy will offer nearly 20 hearing devices online at 300 stores as low as $200. So
That's awesome.
yeah, this is
That's
like a
really
big
cool.
leap.
That's awesome.
Really cool one. David Squilante, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, and Doran Smith were vacationing in Barcelona, Spain, and they left their hotel and were on the way to meet up with a tour group when they saw a bunch of panicked women standing outside of a building, and they kind of like paused for a moment because it was like across the street. They paused for a moment to just kind of watch to see what was happening, and then they saw smoke start coming out of the building.
No.
Yeah, and they didn't speak a lick of Spanish, so they couldn't understand what any of the women were saying, but they could tell they were panicked.
Yeah.
And so they were just like, when they're being interviewed, they're like, we just knew we had to like do something, and so their gut reactions were to run into the building to see who needed help. They ended up in the middle of a nursery. Yeah, and they said that they were looking, she said, I found myself looking at 15 to 20 sleeping babies and immediately just kind of lined everyone up, and we started grabbing them and putting them into cribs. It was probably like 10 minutes, but it seemed like an instant, but it turned out to be okay. And they got all of the babies out safely, and then they just continued their honeymoon.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay. So that was neat.
Right?
Love that.
Saved all the little babies.
Yeah. Why
Um,
those other women didn't just go in and do that, beyond me. But some people have fight and some people have flight and
Yeah.
or avoid.
Or
And I'm
avoid.
glad there was, some honeymooners with fight in them.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Last positive moment.
Mm-hmm.
According to Good News Network, an 11-year-old boy named Isaac Winfield uses his own birthday money to launch a food bank service, which he runs out of his shed in his garden. And so he fills up bags of groceries that have been donated, and he hands them out to the needy around his hometown. And he started doing this back in 2020. And then when the pandemic hit, his parents basically said, like, we can't.
Yeah, you can't go.
We
you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, and so he got really upset. And then, like,
My mom and dad won't let me help people.
pretty
Don't understand me.
no one gets me. So he started a Facebook page so that he could get everything amped up and ready to go for when it was safe to go and pass stuff out.
Yeah.
And basically, he said, I lost my spot a little bit.
That's what he said?
He said, here we go. In a second. Here we go. So his Facebook page is called Friends of Isaac Food Bank Facebook page. It's very 11-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And he said, we always donated to food banks, and during the pandemic, we would take food parcels into schools, which would be given to people in need. And then his mom said, being the resilient little lad he is, it's so English. He said, it's all right, we'll give them food at my house. So because they couldn't go to the food bank anymore, he decided to use his birthday money to open a shed in his backyard, fill it with food, ask for donations on the Facebook page, and basically it's gone like mega viral in his area, and they've provided like a ton of meals.
That's
to
amazing.
needy
I love
people.
that. What a great positive moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good work. All right.
Thanks.
We have time if you did questions or a game or whatever you want.
I do have questions.
Okay.
Also, I forgot to mention, but I scrolled past it and I want to mention it. Martha Stewart posted a thirst trap. Martha Stewart. posted a thirst trap. A thirst trap. You heard me. Martha Stewart posted a thirst trap.
You didn't send it to me?
Chicken dumpling recipe.
She was promoting like some type of tea or juice or something, but she was naked and it was she was only wearing a kitchen apron.
Get it, Martha.
Get
it, Martha.
So just had to throw that in there.
Imagine saying that name. Nope, we're not on Rachel Uncensored. Continue.
Martha. Shh. Shaft. Anyway. All right. Wait, Joy, come pick the question. 3, 2, 1.
The last
She just laughed. She didn't even read the question.
If you could be any type of animal, what would you be?
A cat, because they don't have to do anything. And there's people just feed them, and then I can be moody, and no one will get mad at me. They'll just be like, "You're a cat."
Do you have a better answer?
Boo.
Okay, speak into the microphone, M.
I said, Joy, do you have a better answer?
I'd either want to be a killer whale or a wild horse.
Oh no, I want to be a dolphin.
There you go. That's better.
I changed my answer.
Imagine being able to swim.
I swam. I want to be a bird so I can fly.
I was also gonna say that, but I want to be a cool bird.
I could see you as a bird.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of bird?
A really talkative one.
She's like a pigeon. a street pigeon.
Oh my God.
All right.
Pigeons aren't real. They're all robots.
They're robots. I have a Charlie horse in my foot.
Which foot?
That one. Ow. Ow, right there. This is going to be on Wiki Feet in 5 minutes after we post.
I'm covering it with my legs.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, next.
What's the first thing you wash in the shower?
Okay, so I get in the shower. Am I washing my hair that day or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm washing my hair that day. So the first thing I do is I get in and I get my hair wet,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put shampoo in my hair,
Oh.
and then I rinse it out, and then I put conditioner in my hair,
Scandalous.
and then I get out the soap
Oh,
and rub it in my armpits.
tell me more.
Hair and then armpits.
And then I put the soap on my legs and shave my legs.
Oh, yeah. She shaves her legs every day.
And then I wash the conditioner out of my hair, and then use my face wash, then use my body wash, like for my back knee wash. And then I get the soap back out and clean the private areas.
Wow, my routine is so different.
Mine too.
Really? What's your routine?
Get in the shower.
Yeah.
Shampoo, conditioner, but I tie up my hair while the conditioner soaks. Then.
Well, I spiral mine and let it sit.
Oh, nice. Then I scrub my body head to toe. And then I sugar scrub, and then I shave if it's a shavy day, and then I do face wash, and then I rinse out the conditioner and comb my hair, and then I wash my butt with like
My butt.
like with acne wash, because I
I just got
yeah.
Yeah, I just got that to wash my butt.
Because I randomly have started getting like zits on my butt. This is
Yeah.
in my 30 years of living, I've never gotten a zit on my butt, and now I have a zit on my butt.
I was gonna say something, but we'll just talk about it later in life.
Okay.
I get in the shower. I put the shampoo in my hair. Have to let that sit for at least 4 to 5 minutes because, different type of hair. So then while that sits, I wash the upper half of my body. And then I wash my face and then I rinse all that off. And then I put my conditioner, and that has to sit a lot longer. Okay. So that's when the whole shaving and the washing of the other half of my body comes in.
So I've heard you have to wash out the conditioner and then do your acne stuff because you don't want to let the shampoo or conditioner sit on your skin.
Yes.
So that's why I do my acne washes after. It's Abby in the kitchen.
When
I'm freaked out
when I'm done with my showers and rinse the conditioner out.
Yeah.
I turn the water on super hot and I rinse out on my body for quite a while, and I really make sure all that conditioner gets
good.
off, like my back and stuff. But
All
yeah, I
right.
know that one too. Yeah.
Are you thinking about her black?
I was literally just thinking about her blackhead. I popped a blackhead on her last week and apparently went a little too hard and left a scar. So
Joy's pissed.
Multiple scabs.
That's gonna be the end for today. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever platform. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel where I have 2 podcasts, and I think soon. Are we talking about this? I'm having M. Can we start talking about
let's
this?
do it. Do it.
M is launching her own podcast in January.
I think February.
In February.
In Jan-February.
In January/February. She's launching her own podcast, but it will be on the YouTube Rachel's podcast,
Yeah.
but it will have its own listening platforms. So anyway, so make sure you're subscribed there to see more podcasts and whatnot.
Did we say what it's about?
It's about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's hers.
Yeah. Conspiracy theories, history, like creepy history stories, all fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye. That was in sync today.
It was. We did good.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of All Things Internet. Please make sure to like and follow our podcast on whichever platform you're currently listening to it on. And make sure to follow us at Podcast ATI on Twitter, where you can ask questions and get the latest updates on our show. We love you. Thanks for listening. I'm Rachel Ballinger, and this has been All Things Internet.